This is Wemax Projector package. It is very small. This is the projector. See how portable it is. Very slim. Just 1 inch thickness. The unit at its back has 4 ports. First one is Type C for charging. Second one is 3.5 mm jack. Third one is USB. And fourth one is HDMI input. At the right side, it houses dual 2-watt speakers, which is pretty much loud for a small room. At the front, it has a slider, and if you slide it, it will turn on the projector. And it also has a camera, which will be helping it in focusing. This is the remote, very minimalistic design, and it is good that they have provided AAA batteries. And the last one is the 65 watts charger. It's actually a Type C one. Setting up this projector was very easy. I just had to open the slider and press the power on button and the remote, and that's it. It automatically corrected the keystone as well as the focus. I just had the projector set up at 10 feet and I got 120-inch screen on a plain white wall. Let's watch some 4K videos in YouTube and let's see how it performs. Wow, this is awesome. The blacks are pure black. Even though the projected size is 120 inch, I'm not even seeing a pixel. Image side, I don't have any complaints with this projector, but regarding the sound, the twin 2-watt speakers are really underperforming. You cannot hear the mix and bass. Those parameters were very low. Here I am using the Amazon Echo speakers, so it really creates a home theater effect. Here in this scene, I feel like the vibranium pieces are being thrown at me. That's a level of clarity I'm feeling. I've seen enough in the dark, so I'm going to switch the light from the front. It's a small LED bulb. You can clearly see half of the image is slightly washed out. Now I'm going to switch on the full lights. You can see 80% of the image is washed out, but still watchable. Now back with the small LED light switched on. That too switched off now, so it's now completely dark, so you can see the color reproduction. This is the size of the projection, horizontally and vertically. So it's around 110 inch. Have you noticed the reds and blacks are how clearly reproduced here? It's amazing how the laser performs here. This Wemax Go Advanced is actually a 1080p projector, but it does supports 4K as well. So you can clearly see the difference in clarity when choosing 4K. This is actually a 4K video, so you can see the high definition. Regarding automatic keystone correction, sometimes I faced issues with the keystone. I had to manually fine tune the keystone, but most of the cases it's fine. Considering the fact that this operating system which is there in this one is a prototype, so officially when they release the product, they should be fixing that as well. Let's hope so. Here is a Dolby video where I tested the sound lag between the projector and the Bluetooth device. I didn't find noticeable delays unless you are a gamer or a music enthusiastic. You won't find any difference. Earlier we watched a dark 4K video. Let's switch on to a 4K video which is very bright. So this is a 4K video. Let me give you another visualization for the projection size. So this is the actual size of the image, the diagonal and the vertical one. Let me switch on the lights again for you. Since this is a bright 4K video, you can clearly see 40% of the image. Let me turn off the lights again so that you can clearly see the difference. See the blacks. Wow. Lights on again. Lights off. One last time. Lights on. Lights off. Now let's go into settings. Network settings. It has wireless networks and other speed tests. And in the image settings, we have brightness mode, in which we have eco mode, office mode and movie mode. Office mode has pretty much more brightness than other modes, and if you are running in battery, it automatically switches to eco mode. And in the image parameters, we have multiple modes in which the dynamic range is getting switched, and you can even set your own levels of custom parameters. And projection method, you can just switch it like a mirror image or upright image, like that. And in the screen zoom settings, you can just keep the projector in the same level, but you can zoom out the images. You can modify the screen size up to 60%. And screen focus is actually automatic focus, wherein it automatically adjusts the focuses. And And autofocus method, this is actually autofocus method wherein you have two options, the camera or the time of flight sensor. You can also do the calibration of the time of flight sensor, and it clearly shows 3 meters, right? So I'm projecting it from 10 and a half feet, so it clearly states that. And these are the settings for omnidirectional correction, obstacle avoidance, and auto screen alignment. And this is the keystone correction. If you're not okay with the automatic keystone correction, you can very well fine tune it based on your preference using the remote itself. Next, we can move on to sound settings. There is keytone settings and player sound effect, and there are different sound modes as well. There are different common peripherals connection settings. You can connect wireless speakers and Bluetooth speakers and other things. And in the Bluetooth settings, you can connect whatever Bluetooth peripherals you have. And in the system settings, you can change the name of the projector and autoplay at boot, human detection. You can turn it on and turn it off. When you turn it on, and if someone crosses, and it will automatically give a pop-up message saying that you shouldn't look directly into the laser, so that it's a cool handy option. And other settings are normal ones. And in the energy saving settings, you have the wallpaper settings and screensaver themes. You can choose whatever wallpaper you need, and screensavers. There are a lot of options in the screensavers. You can select the aurora image and the waterfall image. Even the waterfall image, it has sound as well. So in case you are idle for 1 or 2 minutes, it will automatically set this, and it will give you the sound of the waterfall as well. So it is a cool one. And there are different other options as well, like the snowy window also has some sounds, some snowfall sounds, so it's good. You have an option to set a ambient clock, digital clock, and there is an option for low power mode, so that when screensaver is on, it will be switched to low power. And in the security settings, you can on and off the installation from unknown sources. And in the about, you can see the system information. Let me hold on here. Here you can see the screen resolution, Android 9, AMLogic processor, 2GB, 16GB configuration, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5. In the storage space section, you can see the storage split up, how much is being used by system. It's 5GB and the remaining is for user. That's it from the about section. This projector supports 5 GHz Wi-Fi, so let's test the speed, bandwidth using speed test app. I'm clicking go. Let's see, actually I'm connecting it from a different room where the router is placed. So usually I would get around 250 Mbps. here the cases it's a different room, right? So 80 to 100 mbps is like a very good speed, I would say. Even in my phone I'm getting the same speeds. So I guess the Wi-Fi reception is pretty much good. In the homepage you have a file manager app wherein you can see all the files which is being downloaded and pushed in. You can also install APKs and play videos from there. And regarding the launcher, you can see VLC player wherein it supports most of the codecs, video codecs, I would say. I'm just playing a movie called Encanto. Let's see how it performs. Let me pull off the power from the machine. Now it has slightly dipped in lumens. Now I'm going to connect it back. Let's see how it performs. Yeah, pretty much like 20% difference is there. Yeah, I have pulled now plugged in back. You can see slight difference, so nothing much. So even if you are in a darker environment, you wouldn't feel that difference in lumens. If you double click the home button, you can just clean up all the apps. This device doesn't support a Chromecast, but it supports multiple other casting techniques. Video projection, Miracast for Android, and for Apple iOS projection and macOS projection, and for other devices there is application projections. You can even use this projector as a Bluetooth speaker alone. So in the speaker mode, you can just turn off the screen and just enjoy the audio from the small speakers. It is very good just for a smaller room, not for a living room. And if you go to the inputs, if you can just see the USB 2.0 and HDMI. If you connect it, it will just take you there.
Ha 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 ha. Hey Ranjit, we are just here to see some gaming performance on this projector. Can you show us? Yes, sure. Hey, thanks, man.
Hey Lego guys, I have just connected the PS4 with my Wemax Go Advanced. I'm just playing Spidey.
And that's one more arm steel stopped in progress. Good work, mate.
Next, I started playing Fortnite. There is some small lag, but not noticeable. Vmax claims it like 120 milliseconds. That's not bad. You would have thought this room is a dark room, right? Actually, it's not. There's a lot of ambient light comes from the left side, but even then, the image clarity looks awesome. This is my setup. Just the PS4 and my Wemax projector on top of it. Hey Spidey, did you jump out of the projector? Yes, buddy. I just wanted to see how do I look in the projection, so I came out.
Hey Ranjit, why don't you show us some Indian videos? We are waiting to see it.
Why not? Here is the Bahubali video. Thanks for watching.